You have to be realistic in what you can accomplish when you have limitations because of your health. On our adventure.
Oh, you got freezing cold here.
Good Thursday morning, everyone. So I am so incredibly grateful to say I made it through the night without any more allergic reaction issues. What a relief, man. That was a big scare last night, but now we know I'm allergic to the IV Phenergan because I had nothing to eat that day except for half a sandwich like hours and hours before, and 2 pieces of broccoli, which I've always had, so it wasn't that. And it was only the IV Phenergan I've had, and it was making me feel funny the past few times I had it. And that time I had those throat spasms. So last night, yeah, no more IV Phenergan. I'm calling my doctor's office as soon as they open. But anyways, I wanted to show y'all something this morning. Harlow last night fell asleep on the floor right next to my side of the bed, right next to me. And this morning, look where she is now. I told y'all she loves her crate. I guess when she sensed the danger, I guess, of the allergic reaction was gone, she was like, oh, she's good. I'm gonna go back in my crate. Hey, I'm talking about you. I was so groggy from all the meds last night. I don't know if I explained what happened very well, so let me give y'all a quick recap. At dinner, I became really nauseous, so Judd gave me an IV Phenergan because I had only eaten about 200 to 300 calories that day. 5 to 10 minutes after that, I started to get the same anaphylaxis-like symptoms I got on my first IVIG infusion, but on a much lesser scale. So I had flushing, difficulty swallowing, sense of impending doom. My throat was becoming tight and then releasing. That went on for about 30 minutes, and Judd wanted to give me IV Benadryl, but I didn't want to put more meds in my system because I thought that would make it worse. But eventually I let Judd do the IV Benadryl. It helped immensely, thank goodness, but it was still stressful and scary. I did not want to end up in the hospital. But anyways, now we need to figure out what to do because I'm obviously allergic to IV Phenergan. Even though I never used to have an issue with it, I guess my body now has an issue with it. And the issue is IV anti-nausea meds are my #1 defense against my gastroparesis, and insurance won't approve IV Zofran anymore because it's too expensive. So it's 9 o'clock now. I'm gonna call my doctor and see if we're either gonna appeal for more IV Zofran or try another medication, but I'm not too worried. I know we'll figure it out. Spoke with the nurse. They said that insurance is super unlikely to cover Zofran if I've only reacted to Phenergan, but the other option is IV Compazine. I went to the ER once years ago and got IV Compazine through a peripheral IV and a bunch of other meds too, and developed a rash around that IV. So it could have been the Compazine and it could have been all the other meds I got. I don't remember what it was, but makes me a little nervous to try. However, they said insurance is more likely to approve Zofran if I react to Phenergan and Compazine, but since we don't know if I even reacted to the Compazine, I should try it. I really like this doctor and he has awesome staff, so I trust them, and we're gonna try the Compazine. They're sending the script to my home health company now. Gotta see if insurance approves it. And with all the stress going on last night, we forgot to put out my infusion bags, but they're gonna sit here and reach room temperature. And we also forgot to put out a meal for Harlow to thaw out, but I'm gonna give her a bone now to hold her over because she's gonna get a late breakfast. Okay. Whoops, I threw the napkin out too. And there she goes to her chewing spot. So obviously last night with the reaction scare, I didn't finish editing the vlog, so the upload today will be a little bit late, but that's fine. And I just did a little research about having my videos professionally captioned because I know y'all are doing community contributions and that's awesome, but not all of my videos are gonna get captioned because it's a lot of work. So I found a company that looks great, but it's expensive. It's $1 a minute. So a 20-minute video is gonna be $20, and with like 13-minute vlogs that go up every day, plus my additional videos that are like an hour long, that's a lot of money. But it just doesn't sit right with me that I'm advocating for chronic illnesses and disabilities, and the deaf and hard of hearing community don't have full accessibility to my videos because the auto-generated captions from YouTube are just really faulty and inaccurate. So I am working on a project that will hopefully make it a possibility to pay professional companies to caption my videos, but I will share the project with y'all soon. I I really want to make my videos more accessible, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Look who's home for lunch.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, jelly's so gross.
Tastes so good though.
How's your day going?
It's going well.
I'm
Going real
glad.
well.
Harlow, shut it. I just emptied the dishwasher. Shut it. All the way, shut it. Good girl, that almost squished you. Judd's on his second sandwich. It's a hungry man.
I didn't eat breakfast this morning, so
Oh, you didn't?
I'm making up for it.
I have my go-to feeling not great food, peanut butter with bread. See if I can finish it.
The end of bread. It's all crust.
It's the end of the bread. It's called the heel of the loaf. Did y'all know that? The last piece on the end of the loaf is called the heel. He's decided not to go back.
That's not happening. Definitely have to go back to work.
Harlow, you want him to stay too? Yeah.
Carl doesn't know what's going on.
She knows.
Hippo? What? Yes, you're just a pooch.
You say bye to the people?
Bye, people.
See you later, babe.
Back to work.
Have fun.
Oh, that is fun, actually.
Judd is in a career that he loves, and he doesn't resent me for not being able to work, and I don't resent him for being able to work. It just inspires me more to work as hard as I can without pushing myself too hard to continue my education to one day hopefully become an occupational therapist. And my backup career is an occupational therapist assistant, but with my health, it's unpredictable. Maybe I won't be able to work, and I'm just gonna do the best I can and take things one day at a time. Judd and I have actually talked a lot about whether I can go back to school in the fall, if working is actually a feasible idea for me, and we've kind of concluded that at this moment we need to put all of our efforts and focus into getting me on a steady regimen with IVIG. Not how the first infusion went, actually having successful infusions of IVIG, see how it improves my health, because it can take a few months, even a year, to really start seeing effects. And if that means I can't go to school in the fall, then that means I can't go to school in the fall, because it's not worth it to be in a poor place with your health and let your grades suffer just to get through a semester. Because he said, what's one semester in the grand scheme of your life? And that makes sense. Judd makes a lot of sense when we talk about stuff like this. So that's what we're focusing on now. And we have plans that we want, and we have backup plans. So sometimes it's hard realizing that you might not be able to accomplish all you want in life, because there's the nice thought of you can do anything you put your mind to, but you have to be realistic in what you can accomplish when you have limitations because of your health. I don't want to push myself to the point where my health is going to suffer greatly. So that's why Judd and I sit down and have conversations about realistic goals. And right now we're focusing on keeping me as functional as possible, and we're focusing on getting IVIG started. And I'd say we're making decent progress with that. So 2:30 is when my infusion bags reached room temperature and I was able to hook up. I could have put them out in the sun, but there were some wasps flying around outside, so I wasn't dealing with that. But might be a late infusion, not a big deal. And I am feeling better today with my narcolepsy, by the way, in case you couldn't tell. So thankful for that, honestly. So with my alertness that I have today, I'm gonna get some chores done. Whew, okay, I dusted upstairs, cleaned the bathroom. The one thing I can't do in the bathroom myself is scrub the tub, because it really exacerbates my dizziness and joint pain, so Judd just does that for me. He does the chores that I can't do, which is really nice of him. And yeah, now I'm just gonna start the Roomba. Thank you, Roomba, for vacuuming up here. I just ate some cucumber with salt. It was like that big. It was a good amount of food, and I made myself half a sandwich and some Cheetos. I got juice. Let's see what I can do. I surprised myself with how much I ate. I have stomach pain and bloating and nausea now, but at least I got something down. That's pretty awesome. I just updated my channel art again. The hardest part about that is making sure it looks good on TVs and on desktops and on phones, because it changes the way it looks every time you switch what device you're using, but I checked on my phone and on my laptop, and I think this is good enough. Judd's home, and he's finishing my food as per usual.
Nothing's wasted.
Harlow, you're so happy with your toy. You're the cutest dog. Good girl. So I just scheduled a first live event on YouTube. I've never done a YouTube live before, but Judd and I want to do one, so I scheduled it for this Sunday, the 14th at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hope we can figure it out by then and hope to see y'all there. Time may vary because it is Mother's Day, so we'll see how it goes. Judd's mom is coming into town for Mother's Day, by the way. So anyways, I've just started cooking dinner. I've done this recipe before with chicken breasts, and then it's like a lemony, garlic, buttery thing, and then you put it in breadcrumbs and bake it, and it's gonna taste really good. It's awesome because I actually feel like I can eat today. I've been doing so much better today. It's so funny how much chronic illness can change on a day-to-day basis. Yesterday, I barely ate anything at all, and I was so nauseous I needed IV meds, and today, I don't need IV meds, and I'm eating, I mean, not as good as I should be, but better than usual, so I'm gonna be super thankful for that. Chickens!
Needless to say, you're not gonna have any leftovers tomorrow.
They smell good, don't they?
They always do.
For some reason, the Roomba started up again upstairs.
It's already been finished.
It's developing a mind of its own.
Someone hacked our Roomba.
And Judd loaded up my plate. I don't think I'll eat all that, but I'm so thankful that I think I can actually eat something.
We
so
have
nice.
different vegetable other than broccoli and carrots.
Yay. All right, I got 1.5 chickens, all my corn, and some of my fries. It's pretty good for a gastroparesis gal. You're gonna finish it, aren't you?
Probably.
Just want to say real quick, how my gastroparesis affects me is different from how it'll affect somebody else. Just like any chronic illness, it affects everybody very individually. So just keep that in mind. So it's already been a successful day with my gastroparesis, but to top it off, I get to finish the little bit that's left in the ice cream. So I get to eat it out of the carton, and it's going well. So this has been a great gastroparesis day, and I am so thankful. This is awesome. Well, this is it for our day. It's 9 p.m. so we're gonna go to bed. We go to bed early around here. Don't forget, Judd and I are gonna do our first live stream on YouTube. If I can figure it out, it seems complicated, but I'm sure it'll be fine. At 4:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time this Sunday the 14th. It is Mother's Day, so I understand not all of y'all can make it, and depending on what time his mother goes back home on Sunday, we might have to adjust the time, but it will happen. And that's it for our day. Thank you so much for joining us on our adventure.